Hi everyone, welcome to the penultimate video in our festive food series. It's quite sad that it's coming to an end. I've been having a lot of good fun with all of these little dishes and, you know, exciting little tasty morsels. Now here we have an interesting one today. Now I am thinking that this is some sort of cake or tart, and these look like those sorts of fruits where there's a sort of round ball and around it is wrapped a sort of papery outside, and they're normally orange, but it's not very Christmassy. I know we've got our orange satsumas, but I think I want to do them a different colour. So I have decided that I am going to do them in a red, but I'm going to do a sort of orangey red. I'm just checking my colours. I think if I use the light cadmium red, it's a sort of more orangey tone of red. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by just colouring them all lightly, and then I shall just add a bit of extra layers of red in certain places. So yeah, it's quite sad that it's coming to an end. So fun. But I have got one other page in this book that I think I can do with a sort of festive feel, which I had a few ideas for, so that one will be fun. But I'm just thinking about what to do. I'm going to make these back ones darker, just the whole thing, because it's quite small. That's it. And then I think with these I might just go around the edge with a darker bit and then sort of fade towards the centre so that they look a little bit more rounded. And then I can neaten up the colouring as well as I go. Yeah, I've got other Christmas and wintry pictures which you would have seen as we're going through this series. I have actually made this series all in one across a few days quite quickly, and then I need to think about my next, what I'm doing for my other videos on the days these are going out. Yeah, so it's sort of orangey red, which pleases me. Now we've got, what I'm thinking is that rather than making that like a tart in a tart case, which maybe I will do, the other idea could be to make that cream on top of a tart. Yeah, I'm arguing with myself. Yeah, I'm going to grab the leaf green and I'm going to make this green icing. If you think that that's weird, you're not alone. I do as well. I'm just thinking winter colour, festive colours. That's why I'm doing it green. If you don't like green, don't do it green. You could leave it white and do a bit of grey at each end like I've done on some of them. Or you could do a different colour entirely. Now this bit I'm going to do in a sort of cake colour. So I'm going to grab, I think the brown ochre seems to be the one I like the best for cake colour. It's obviously up to you. And make it look like this is a sort of tart case, a pastry case, I mean. Yeah, I'm not very good at baking. Particularly pastry, I'm absolutely rubbish. Now, although to emphasise the shape of this, it would be darker here and lighter here, we need to be very careful. I am going to try and do that a little bit, but pastry isn't shiny, so it mustn't look like there's too much of any sort of a glow or anything coming off it. There we go. Now our platter, now silver would work, but we did that yesterday. Let's make it a china one instead. Now we've got some quite weird colours. I'm really not fond of the green that I used. I'm going to actually darken it up a bit, I think. I'm going to grab the pine green and go over it bit. Now it won't lighten it completely because it's got the light colour underneath. I think it will just look a little bit better. Yeah, I'm happier with that, and I'm going to use this for the base. And so I'm going to try and make it look like it's shiny china rather than metal or glass. They haven't actually done a glass cake stand, but you wouldn't really do them much different to metal. I mean, if it's see-through glass, it's tricky. So I'm just bringing the colour in slightly to leave a shine line in the middle, and the middle of there. And here. There we go. Now, it looks a little bit plain to me. The others are also interesting and exciting. I'm wondering what to do. Maybe a few white dots might help us. Let's go with our Gellyroll 08. Now we've got dots drawn on these, so I'm going to dot where the dots are, like that. I might put a bit of a line there and there as well. I don't know whether that's really enough. I think it's okay actually. I think it'll work. I quite like the way the pastry shines, which it shouldn't, but it looks quite shiny. But there we go. So I'm going to leave that there for today. They look quite like they're sort of flames, but I think those sorts of fruit do anyway. So that's fine. I'm happy. I think it just sits in with the rest fine. So that's that. So we've got our last one tomorrow. So tune in same time tomorrow for the last one, or well, you know, from when it goes out. But for today, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.